If you are getting my voice, please show me the thumbs up sign. Students, if you are getting my voice, please show me the thumbs up sign. Subhan, are you listening me? Good. Let's start today's lecture. Before starting it, I want to say that if you remember, we have a test tomorrow. Do you remember it? This will be an oral test. Don't worry about it. It will contain some questions which I will ask some people and you need to answer me orally. Got my point? Let's start. I'm going to share my screen and starting today's lecture. Hope so it's clear to you all. Now all of the students, please take out your English books as well as the lead pencils in your hand. Take out your English books as well as the lead pencils in your hand. Okay, very good. I'm going to start the lecture now. Please take out the page number 34 and the 35. The topic is review exercise. Today we are going to do a review exercise. Let's start it. Please take out the page number 31. Uh, and as you can see on the page number, no, sorry, please take out the page number 34 for the review exercise. As you can see on the page number 32, there is the question number 3, which is all about the talking. You need to make a mini dialogues about the experiences below. So these are the experiences as you can see on your screen. You need to make the question from these experiences. One is done for you. Going on a roller coaster, that is a phrase. You need to make a mini dialogue by utilizing that phrase. Have you ever been on roller coaster? That's a question. And the person B replies, yes, I haven't. Yeah, maybe he replied, I haven't. Yeah, I have not. Now move towards the second one. You need to answer me, students. Trying Japanese food. Trying Japanese food. Please answer me, students. What will be the dialogue for that? Trying Japanese food. Answer me, students. Yes. Um, you need to answer me in the full form. Let me show you. So for the first one, we have done by utilizing our book, and the second is trying Japanese food. You need to made a whole made a whole dialogue by utilizing it. So let's see on the second word which I have done for you. Have you ever tried Japanese food? And the person be replied, no, I would prefer Chinese food. So this is the form of a full dialogue. Now move towards the third one, which is riding an elephant. Riding an elephant. So the dialogue would be, have you ever ride an elephant? And the person B replies, yes, I have. Hope so it's now clear to you all. Okay, this is the making of dialogue formation. Now move toward the second one, fourth one. And the fourth one, as you can see in your books, visiting an other country. Visiting an other country. So the dialogue must be, have you ever visited an other country? And the person B replies, yes, I visited Ireland last year. Now move toward the fifth one. Meeting someone famous. So, have you ever met someone famous in your life? No, I have never met. So this is an other form of a dialogue making. And the last one is winning a competition. The person A asks, have you ever won any competition? Person B replied, yes, last week I won a science competition. Hope so it's clear to you all. Or students, for the question number 3, you need to do it on your English A copies. As I have told you already, you can see, do it on your English A copies, students. Hope so now it's clear to you all. Now move towards the page number 35. Now students, move towards the page number 35. Yes, Hasnan, you need to do these all things on the page number on your neat copies, sorry. I will tell you after that lecture, Sataish, what you need to do. At that time, please focus on your lecture only. Student, now please take out the page number 35. As you remember that I have given you a homework that you need to write down an email by yourself. Have you remembered it? By email yourself. So the criterion I have already tell you कि आपने किस तरीके से email लिखनी है. The second thing I am going to show you कि this is the way to write down the email. If you are still facing to write down an email, you can utilize this method as well. Let's start solving this. In this task, you all students need to help me. What we need to do, we need to only choose the correct answers. What we need to do, only need to choose the correct answers for our work. Okay, students, let's start. You need to give me answer in the chat box. Read and choose the correct word. There, Mrs. Anna, we could, would, and will live to interview you for the school newsletter because you are the head of science department. So what will be the answer? We would Like to. Very good, Anaya. Now move toward the second one. Most of our classmates love science and really like dash experiment in class. So we are writing a science special in newsletter this month. So what will be the answer? Doing, did, or do? So the answer is doing experiment in class. Third one is we could, would, and will like to ask you some strangest experiment you have ever done. We would like to ask you about some strangest experiment you have ever done. Now move toward the fifth one. Should, must, could. You also give us some tips on how to stay safe in science lab. So what will be the answer? Should you also give us some tips? Should you also give us some tips on how to stay safe in science lab? What will be the answer? Should, must, or could? Beta, for the fifth one, the answer will be the could. You all are telling wrong. Ushna, no, it's could. Could you could you also give? Could means you are asking about someone's favor, that she would give you the favor to give the some tips. When you are asking for someone favors, then you use the word could. Now move towards the sixth one. Would, should, and could. And second one is should, would, could not do when you are doing experiments and we need your advice. So what will be the six? You need to tell me the in 6 and 7. What will be the in the 6? In the 6 there will be would. There will be the would. And in the 7 there will be the should. So the answer will be 6 May. In 6 you need to write down the would, and in 7 you need to write down the should. So it will be would and should. Should not do when you are doing experiments. And we need your advice. We want to print the poster in the newsletter instead of your as well as your interview. No, beta? Don't you know that instead of use hota hai when you are giving the priority one thing upon another thing? Here we are giving the priority to newsletter on interview. We are focusing upon the interview. We want to print a poster in newsletter instead of your interview. Or as well as yes, there will be the instead of. Okay, student, next move towards the 9. Could, should, and would. We come to see you at 4 p.m. in science lab. So the answer will be should we come to see you at 4 p.m. in the science lab. What will be the in the 10? If unless you would like to suggest another time. So the answer is if you would like to suggest another time. Hope so it's clear to you all. Ushna beta, in the fourth one, the answer will be done. In the fourth one, the answer will be done. Hope so it's much clear to you all, students. Rumelia, you are not allowed to use the emojis in your chat box, beta. In the ninth one, you need to write down the word, could. Okay, this is a work that you need to do or copy on your English B copies. And don't worry about the work, the teacher will send you all the slides. Now, this is all about the vocabulary, the body language of the sentences. Complete the sentences with the word from the box. Use the correct form of verb. She dashed her shoulder. She dashed her shoulder because she didn't know the answer was. She dashed her shoulder because she didn't know the answer was. What will be in first one? She dashed her shoulder. Check out these words. She dashed her shoulder. That means she shrugged her shoulder because she didn't know what the answer was. Now move toward the second one. He dashed the answer so quickly that the teacher couldn't understand anything he had written. He scribbled the answer so quickly that teacher couldn't understand anything he had written. Now move toward the next slide. She dashed at the boy in amazement. She couldn't believe what he had just done. So what will be the answer? What will be the answer? In the third one, she stared at the boy in amazement. She couldn't believe what he had just done. Now move toward the fourth one. No, that's not true. I didn't say that. She said as she dashed her head. No, that's not true. I didn't say that. She said as she shake her head. Very good. He dashed to class because he thought he was going to be late. He hurried to class. What will be the answer? He hurried to class. So this is the work which we have done today. Beta, this is the part that you need to do on your English B copies. Okay? This is the work that you need to do in your English B copies. The answer I will write for you when I am going to send you the slides. Don't worry about it. Now move towards your homework task. Your homework task is that we have an oral test tomorrow. Tomorrow is 10th July and we have an oral test and the page number are 23, 22, 28, 29, 30, 38. So these are the questions for your